All right. Really nothing positive to say. Very disappointing, frustrating, bad performance by our team. So, very upset about it, and we'll just have to evaluate it, address it, and continue to press on. Questions?
I guess to what extent, and I know it's immediately after, there's not time to process a lot of it, but to what extent do you almost feel like some of it's intangible? It's guys just disengaging, guys, I don't know if it's losing faith or losing hope, but just not being able to kind of find the fight, I guess.
Well, losing today the way we did, I think showed that. You got 6 turnovers. Not handling the football right from the first play on, and just execution in that regard. Drop balls, missed tackles. And I get it. I understand this is hard. That's fully understandable. But you have to also take a strong, hard look at yourself and how you want to be known and remembered and identified by how you play the game. And that's what it is. It's just you put that out there and you put it on film, and you got to own that, and we got to own that as coaches. So that's the part that really, really disappoints me, was just the lack of execution and just doing things the right way. And yeah, I know we've got a whole bunch of guys out, but that's not the point. That's really, to me, that's just irrelevant. You still play hard, you still play physical, you still execute and do what you're coached to do. So, but yeah, it's very, to me, that's the biggest thing that sticks out is that's not how we practice. So it's just really, had it been that way all week, I kind of maybe would have felt a little different. But you fumble the first play of the game. I think it just unfortunately set a tone that we never seemed to snap out of. But yeah, just very, very frustrating.
Coach, what would your message be to fans to give them hope that next year will be substantially different from this year?
Yeah, better be. I expect it to be, and but obviously we got to finish out this year. And there's no doubt. I get it. I understand that, and that's our responsibility to be able to play to our standard and the way we want to play each and every time we take the field, no matter what the circumstances are. And right now, we let the circumstances, I felt, kind of drive the way that the energy we played with, and the focus we played with, and the effort we played with, and that's just it's not how it works. It's just you can't let that become the driving force. And so to me, the guys got him. As I just shared with him, it wasn't like it was a real positive message in the locker room. It was pretty in your face, and that's what it is, because it's not acceptable. So to me, we gotta find a way to be able to finish out these last 2 games and play with toughness, grit, and fight.
Jack was able to play there for a while, so obviously he was healthy enough to do that. What was the thought process that went into who started and how much you were hoping to get from Jack today?
Yeah, so the thought process was, obviously Jack was a starter before getting injured, and if he could physically go, weren't sure when the week started how that was going to play itself out and how that looked. But I feel like that he made progress each and every day, and so just knew that Donovan was going to be the starter because we just didn't want it to be the case where we know how long Jack would be able to go. So just kind of see, we felt good by the end of the week that he was going to be able to play, and then kind of see how he did when he was in there, how his foot held up, and then expected to play both of them. We wanted to kind of complement the 2 together, and so basically that was the thought, was to be able to play them both for sure, and based on how each was doing and how the game was flowing, we'd kind of just gauge the rest of it from there. So but then obviously Jack ended up getting injured, and it wasn't even the foot that he had already had injured, so it's a different one. So but and then once he went down, obviously Donovan took the rest of it. But yeah, so I just expected to play both of them, and obviously they did, and we just got to, one position, as all positions, just got to play better.
Coach, offensively, from a schematic standpoint and how you want to attack defenses, how far away are you guys from what you want it to look like, and what needs to change for you to get it to where you want it to look like?
Yeah, I mean, to me, the way I envision this is being able to stress the defense and stay on the field. We like to be able to utilize, to play winning football, where you drive down the field and you use up, the clock, and you have different tempos that you're able to utilize and through that. And so, it's obviously, the lack of high-level quarterback play has been not to what I want or expect. and then got to evaluate up front as well, because obviously starts up front. But yeah, I mean, obviously at this point, we're not scoring points, so it's not even close to what we want it to be. It's not even close to the way that we want it to look. So that's something we have to look at, and we will. So, but at this point right now, is trying to find a way to get ourselves in position to go win a football game, which we've not been able to do.
The sideline incident between Peyton and Devin, what was your reaction to it? And is that something that's going to be addressed during the week?
Yeah, Devon Matthews and Peyton, two highly competitive guys, and they both want to win, and they're both frustrated, and they got at each other. I was right there with them, and they made it right together between the two of them, and but they're frustrated. They want to win, and they want to. They know that we're not playing the way we need to be playing. They know that we're not playing the way that we expected ourselves to play, and that's very frustrating. And so they're just two highly competitive guys that obviously you don't want to see guys getting at each other, but you know what? Sometimes that's a part of the process you go through, and you just, as a man, you confront it like we did, and then those two guys were able to address it and press on. So I don't think it's an issue.
I guess when did you know Cam Jones wasn't going to be able to play today? What's his issue?
Yeah,
and how much
he's just sick, and we thought, we knew it was a concern, but tried to get him hydrated, tried to, just sick, and just couldn't go, and that was a big blow. Really didn't, a couple days ago, didn't think that'd be the case, but never turned for the better, and we're never going to put him at, if the guy's not 100% ready to go, we're not going to put him at risk with that. So he was not able to go today, so that was definitely another guy that we needed out there and didn't have. No, it's not COVID. He'll be fine this week.
Coach, I know it's not something you're thinking about this minute, but maybe this weekend with the moving up of the early signing period, there's been a lot of changes, and are personnel changes possible? Is that something that you would even consider before the end of the season? And is that something that you've even thought about up to this point?
You're talking about personnel as in coaching? Yes. Okay. Now, those decisions will all be made when the season's over as far as just the evaluation of that. Nothing's going to happen right now. So, but just everything gets evaluated. You have a season like this, you always evaluate everything anyways. But a season like this, and things don't go the way you want them to go, you got to take a hard look at every part of your program, all three phases, all the coaches, and myself included. But bottom line is that we got to find a way to win a football game right now. All right. Have a great day, Elio.